A very good morning, students. Welcome to your business studies class. So as you all know that we are discussing chapter number 4, planning, and in our previous lecture we had started with the types of standing plans, and we had done two types of standing plans, that is policies and rules. In today's lecture we would be studying the remaining two types of standing plans, that is methods and procedures. So as we know that standing plans are used over and over again because they focus on the organizational situations that occur repeatedly, and we had already discussed about policies and rules, that rules are the specific statement that tell us what is to be done and what is not to be done in a specific situation, and policies can be defined as a general statement that guides decision making. So in simple word, we can say that it is the organization's own way of handling the problems. In today's lecture, we would be studying the remaining two plans, that is the procedures and methods. Procedures, the third type of standing plans. Now, a procedure consists of a sequential steps to carry out activities within the policy framework to achieve stated goals. Now, procedure gives a series of action directed towards a goal. It gives the exact manner in which work is to be performed. It is specified in a chronological order and generally meant for insiders. Then it specifies tasks to be performed or done sequentially for completing a piece of work. Features of procedures: it defines the steps of doing work or different jobs or methods in a regular routine, so it saves time. It helps to improve efficiency by providing standard and the best manner of doing work. It cuts across all the department line, for example, execution of sales order concerns sales, finance, production departments. Then it helps in implementation of policies. For example, your admission procedure, then selection procedure for employees, that how do we select the employees, that first we scrutiny the applications as per the requirement, then we call them for the written test. Once those who pass that written test, they may be called for the further verification for the face-to-face interview. Then those who clear that face-to-face interview, then they will be called for the medical checkup or for the final interview. So these are the few selection procedures that we have to follow. Then passport visa procedure or procedure for placing an order. You know that suppose you are shopping from Myntra or Amazon, so there is a procedure for placing an order, that first you need to choose the goods that you want to buy. You put them into cart, then you select them, or you can delete those items which you don't require. You can delete those items, and finally you fill your address. If your address is not there, then you have to select the payment mode. Then you will confirm of placing the order. Then you will put in the payment. Let's suppose if you have selected to pay from a debit card, then you put in your CVV number, then finally you confirm and place the order. So this is what is the procedure for placing an order. So procedure is what? It is a sequential step to carry out activities within the framework to achieve the stated goals. The next type of standing plan is methods. Now, methods can be defined as a standardized way in which a given task has to be performed. Selection of a proper method saves time, money, and effort and increases efficiency. It is more limited in scope than procedure, or we can say that it is one step of a procedure. Let's say that in the previous type of standing plan procedure, we had discussed that there is a procedure of selection, or there is a staffing procedure, there is a planning procedure, there is an organizing procedure. So this is the procedure that is a sequential step. Now we had discussed the planning procedure. So planning procedure is setting objectives, then developing premises, identifying alternative courses of action, evaluating. So let's say, so this is a procedure. Now how to evaluate? Which method you will adopt to evaluate, that is what is known as your methods. That is the best or the defined way in which a task has to be performed. So method, please remember that method is the one step of a procedure. So procedure is broader in scope, and method is limited in scope than procedure, and we can say that method is the one step of a procedure. Now, features of methods. Methods are formalized or standardized ways of doing a routine job. These are standard ways of doing jobs, though there is no penalty for violation of methods. You can change the methods, or you can adopt any method which basically suits your or which helps in achieving the goals. These are defined to increase the efficiency. These are usually manual or mechanical ways to perform an operation. For example, you must have learned there are two types of calculating depreciation, that is your straight line method and written down value method. Then method of stock taking, LIFO and FIFO. LIFO is last in first out and FIFO is first in first out. Then training methods, for example orientation programs. Then recruitment method. Let's say that for imparting training to employees at various levels, different methods can be adopted. In case of higher level, orientation programs are there. Lectures and seminars can be organized, while apprenticeship training, induction training, etc. can be organized for the lower level. So training method is one of the process in the staffing and how to give the trainings. So they have various methods of giving the training. Now, the difference between procedures and methods, very important, because you may get confused between procedures and methods. So this differentiation will help you in identifying that what or which question is referring to procedures and which question is referring to, or which statement is referring to methods. So procedures state the sequential or chronological steps to be followed while carrying the specific task, and method is the prescribed way or manner in which a specific task has to be performed. That means a sequential step or chronological order for carrying a task is your procedure, and method is how or with the prescribed way of performing that task. Then procedures lay the exact manner in which the work or task must be done. That means, let's say we have planning procedure or steps in the planning procedure, so it has to be performed in the exact manner. Method specify the details of how the routine or repetitive jobs must be performed. Then procedures can be flexible but within the policy frameworks. Methods are flexible too. They can be changed with change in the business environment. Then procedures are drafted for implementation of policies and internal management. Methods are formed to achieve consistent quality products. Next differentiation is between policies and procedures. Now policies, as we had already studied, that it is a general statement that guide or that decide how to do. Procedures are the sequential or chronological steps. Then policies are the means and manners of achieving the target objectives. Procedures lay the exact manner in which the work or task must be performed. That is why sometimes they say that policies and procedures of a company. So policies are established by the middle level and in consultation with the top management. Procedures are established at middle or supervisory level of management. Then policies are fixed but managers have discretion while implementing. Procedures can be flexible but within the policy framework. They define the broad parameters within the manager's function. Procedures are drafted for implementation of policies and internal management. For example of policies, advertising in international magazines, fixed prices for all customers, etc. Procedure include how to place purchase order, dispatch goods, organize meetings, etc. So again, you can learn these differentiation which we had discussed, and you can copy it down in your notebook where your notes are being copied down. So to sum up, today we had done the two types of standing plans, that is procedures and methods, and we had discussed the differentiation between the procedures and methods and policies and procedures. So we are done with the last topic of chapter number 4, that is types of plan, which is one of the important topics in this chapter, and 99% a case study comes for this topic, so in which you have to identify the types of plans referring to. So on the basis of that, a few questions are given here which you have to do it in your notebook. If you have any doubt, you can come up with your queries. In the coming week, we will be discussing the case studies of this chapter. Thank you so much, children.